they tell you that you can earn big bucks with Airbnb without owning any property, believe it. It is true. At least it was true before the pandemic. This is my story and how I earned a great deal of income renting out long-term vacation homes on Airbnb with the help of my business partner here in Mexico. What you need to understand is this. Every year, thousands of snowbirds from Canada and the United States come to Mexico for 2, 3, or 4 months during the winter months. When I first arrived in Mexico, many of the locals in the smaller towns surrounding Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, were still doing business the old-fashioned way. Annual visitors from around the world, but especially from Canada and the United States, would wire property owners the first month's rent and sometimes the first and second and last month's rent. And the property would be ready for them when they arrived from the United States, Canada, or Europe. This went on for decades. Then 2 very important changes happened. Well, really 3. The first change was the snowbirds, as they call them, were getting up in age and either couldn't make the trip. The second change that occurred was the children of property owners took over the businesses, and some of the children were less than honest. They would accept the money that was wired to them, but the property would be already rented once the snowbirds arrived. The third major change that occurred was just before the massive retirement of baby boomers. Something like 10,000 baby boomers retiring a day in the United States. Sites like Airbnb gained popularity. Now, the problem was many of the property owners didn't have or still don't have a computer, much less understand how to use a computer and list their property. That is where my business associate and I came in. He would talk to the locals in Spanish, relay the information to me, and I would take the images of the property and publish the listings on Airbnb. We immediately got responses from people all over the United States, Canada, and a few from Europe. We represented properties in small fishing village about 7 miles outside of Puerto Vallarta, Mismaloya, Mexico. Most of these properties had excellent views of the sea and all were under $800 USD a month until we gained popularity and began to rent luxury units in the Puerto Vallarta marina area. My associate and I earned a commission whenever the properties were rented. In fact, we earned at least 3 figures a month on each property and were responsible for responding to clients when they had an issue or a question or a problem. This went on for 2.5 seasons. Then the locals decided they didn't need me anymore. The thing they forgot to acquire before dropping me was a digital camera to upload the images to Airbnb. The images are everything. It is the images that make or break a property, even before people read the reviews, the images and the prices. A couple of years later, the rents in the entire area began to increase. My rent increased to a level I was not comfortable with, so I moved to Paso Anchos, an area in the mountains where my rent was $270 a month. My previous rent was $400 a month, and I overlooked the Bay of Banderas. It was a beautiful view 24/7. The moral of my story is, if you are an expat, especially living near or in a popular travel destination, you can rent out a room in your apartment, villa, or home, even if you rent, and lower your annual cost of living greatly. Many people, especially women and men, want to travel And traveling alone has challenges. Renting a room that provides privacy and freedom can generate enough income to pay your rent and provide a positive cash flow year-round.